Welcome to call three, which is the wrap up call of our 14 days Pilates challenge. Raye, who has been doing Pilates religiously every day during the 14-day challenge and in the sort of like 2 weeks in the run up to the challenge, is going to discuss how it's affected her on so many levels. So, Raye, come on, tell us what's been your experience of really being disciplined with Pilates every day for probably about a month.
More than that, actually, because I think I started middle of December planning. Um, yeah, I mean, like I would love to say that, I align, I have been aligning every day since I did my teacher training, but actually, we can all get a little bit sloppy and forgetful. And whenever I get tired at the end of a day of work, or if I'm a bit stressed, I'll tend to kind of just hang off my hips. And I've got a lovely friend who's a PT and massage therapist, and she's always like, connect your ribs, breathe, woman, because you get into really, really bad habits, and then you're breathing up here, you're not breathing down here. So actually taking the Pilates back to what do people actually need to know whenever they're starting out, or if they're starting again, or they are rehabbing themselves, was really, really good for me, because I realized that actually I've been a little bit blasé about my alignment points. And whenever I actually had to sit and practice aligning, realigning, it made me realize that even just being in the rest position is actually hard enough whenever you're starting out, and just building that endurance. It takes a lot of focus and brain power, but it has definitely got me out of my head and into my body, because you have to feel your body, which is lovely, because you're feeling here, you're feeling here, you're feeling your core, really bringing you back and centering you. And then I realized that whenever I was doing stuff in work, I was a lot more aware of my posture. If this shoulder was hiked up, I would be more aware of bringing it back down, but a lot more consistently. So my shoulders are a lot more comfortable, my ribs are a lot more comfortable. Things that used to kind of niggle at me because I was too much wear and tear in bad positions, have started to feel better and heal and get a lot more supple and get a lot stronger. My endurance is an awful lot better. I'm finding that works a lot easier. I can flow in with massage and body work for longer. But I also find that the getting into my body a lot more, it made me actually feel when I was getting tense, when I wasn't breathing. And so that was really great for my nervous system, because if I was up here, I could bring myself back down here, centering myself, getting that core alignment, getting the pelvic floor working, so that you just feel stronger inside. And I definitely have found that I am more aware of my emotions, and I can process them and down regulate and ground. I definitely feel a lot stronger and centered in myself, which is lovely. I'm more aware whenever I'm not grounding. And just feeling that my nervous system is happier because my spine is happier. But the strength has been fantastic, because I feel so much stronger. Like, I spend a lot of time wading through clay and fields with my young horse. And I'm finding picking up hay nets and wading through the mud and, pushing bales of hay and lifting bales of hay, is my posture's better, and I'm finding that a lot easier. My riding's so much better now, because my trainer said, I think you need to do some more single leg stuff and do some Pilates, do some single leg stuff in Pilates. And I was thinking, oh, there's a trick I'm missing. And so whenever I sit on my horse, I'm a lot stronger. I can go with the spooks a little bit more, and also my legs are much better in the saddle. I can kind of move them around more independently. When we're turning, I was quite blocked with my twist before, but they're an awful lot more open. So it's rolled out through every aspect of life. I'm also finding that I've done a couple of reformer classes recently, and today I was so much better at connecting through my core and keeping my ribs connected whilst keeping my shoulder blades where they were. And yeah, just felt fantastic. And it's actually become quite a lot of fun, because even if I'm standing in my, outdoor jacket that comes to my mid thigh, I can make myself a lot smaller, and I get the feedback from the coat just relaxing away from me as I connect through my core, connecting my ribs. And it's having fun with it. I'm having so much more fun.
Hmm.
So yeah, really, really good. Really
Yeah.
good.
And when you say like in your body, I mean, because some women might not really even be aware of that concept
Yeah.
of getting into your body. What would you tell somebody who's never really thought about the fact that she might not be in her body?
Well, I think that if you're not sure if you can be in your body, just sit comfortably in a quiet room, and even do something as simple as put your hand on a body part. So maybe put your hand on your thigh and just see, can you stop long enough to feel it? can you then, so I'm sitting cross-legged, which not everyone wants to do. Can you then put your hand on your ankle and feel it? Can you put your hand on your shoulder and feel it? Can you feel the back, your back against the chair? Can you feel your bottom on? And some of us spend so much time spiraling out there and thinking, and we're on social media, and you know, phones are fantastic, but social media and doom scrolling and being in your head and worrying about stuff and thinking 19 to the dozen, we end up being up here, ungrounded and out of our bodies. And you want to get back into your body. Somebody said to me years ago, get out of your head, into your body, and full of yourself. And what that means is come down and then spread out to your edges. And Pilates really does that because it's such a mindful form of exercise. And even just doing something as simple as getting into the rest position and going through the easy levels and just making sure you can stay connected. It's a lot of brain focus, but you stay in here the whole time, which then creates a lovely bit of endurance for that focus muscle, a
Yeah, because
mindfulness muscle.
yeah, and I found that if I mean, I spend a lot of time not in my body, but I found that I'm just not aware when I put my body into positions that it doesn't like.
Yeah, yeah,
And that just confounds the problem, doesn't it? Because you could sit in a position for far too long and you're just not in your body enough to realize that you've got your head too far forward.
yeah. Absolutely. And it is medication for the body. And I know I've said that quite a few times, but if you want to do something that's going to put longevity into your body, do some Pilates and do Pilates before. I always say to anyone who goes to a gym, try and get a Pilates class a week in, because at least you know then you're realigning. And if you're realigning, then you're taking the wear and tear out of your body. You're
Mm.
creating good stability around your muscles, around your joints, and therefore you're more inclined to be building the strength where it should be, as opposed in um, altered patterns that you don't want to get into, bad patterns that's going to cause wear and tear through your shoulders, your knees, your hips, which will
Mm.
lead to pain, congestion, inflammation, blah blah blah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you'd say that you've had benefits on like every level, really,
Yeah,
like emotional,
yeah,
physical.
yeah. Mental as well, because obviously I'm getting out of my head and into my body. I'm
Mm.
also finding that I am cherishing quiet time to be able to sit and read, and that focus of being able to sit and read, not fiction, but I'm doing quite a lot of learning at the minute. It's been so much easier because my posture is better whenever I'm sitting, but also my brain's already used to focusing for half an hour at a time, 40 minutes at a time. And so I'm just finding that my brain energy is better, my brain focus is better. Um, I'm also getting a lot more sort of neural connections. I think like I'm getting a lot more epiphanies. The nerves are firing, wiring a lot better. I'm also able to get into my meditation a lot more easily. I'm much more aware of my breathing and doing the 3D breathing, which is lovely because I find that whenever, if you're busy and you're rushing around all the time, you don't breathe down here, you breathe up here. But it's so that's regulating um, my parasympathetic nervous system as well. So, yeah, I think that it's definitely ruled out to a lot of things. And I'm finding that we all evolve through life. You know, we do our personal development, we evolve, we try and improve ourselves. And I'm finding that I'm on a little bit of a cycle with that at the minute. But I think because I'm able to sit and read, I'm able to sit and focus, I'm able to sit and process my emotions better. That's expediting that experience too.
Mm.
And certainly being around whenever I go to see my horse in the morning, she's a young horse. I know by the look in her face as to where I am emotionally. So if I'm not grounded and getting stressed about something else, she'll just turn her head away. And I'm finding that I'm not getting any of that. She's standing ears up, going, come on, bring it on. So yeah, I think it's just bringing me back to a much more mindful state, which doesn't mean a lot to some people, but for me, trying to be mindful and conscious helps me just to lead a happier life for me.
Mm. Yeah.
So
And tell us a little bit about the journey with the accountability, because obviously, because you were doing the challenge, there was
yeah,
absolutely no way you could
no,
not do it. You had
but
to do
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
and
was there a journey that you went on with it where there was resistance and then it collapsed at some point? What could you help with other women that do find that they just can't? like they just can't show up for themselves with something new.
Well, if you can't consistently show up for something for yourself that is going to give something back to you, that's a conversation you want to have with yourself. But if you're thinking, "Oh, I've only got 20 minutes and the video's half an hour," do the 20 minutes, because 20 minutes is better than nothing. So there'll be times I'll be thinking, God, I haven't done the video. And I've just been down walking the dog. I've got my leopard print walking trousers on. They used to be nice lounge pants, and now they've been sidelined off to walking the dog and doing the horse. And I just thought, you know what? Nobody cares what I don't have to wear lycra. I don't have to wear lycra. And so just trying to fit in around even if it was at night after I'd had a bath or first thing in the morning, just trying to squeeze a bit in. If you are really determined to do it, you will do it. And so you don't have to get changed. I mean, sometimes I didn't even put a mat down on the floor, just push the cat and the dog off the
Mm.
carpet. And so I think it's just a case of you just make time for it. And if you still can't do the whole video, do what you can do. And then if you can come back and revisit it later, then that's fantastic. But I
Mm.
think my point for this was, which I've been trying to sort of pass on to a lot of my patients over the last 6 weeks, really, has been, once you learn the principles, you just take them into every aspect of your life. So if you have to lean over to pick up a bottle of milk, do your roll down, pick the bottle of milk up, come back up again. Or if you're reaching up into a cupboard, just think, align everything, and then just reach and use it as a bit of a balancing. So it's just trying to take it into every aspect so that you constantly align and keep your body nice and healthy, so that when you're 80, you feel good.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
that's the thing that I've realized is, when I'm 80, I'll be kicking myself if I haven't done this now.
Mm. Yeah.
And I
And
know
that,
that sounds a bit smug and holier than thou, but I don't mean it to be. It's something that I made myself do because I wanted to put something out. And then I thought, well, if I'm asking people to do or hoping it's going to help, then
mm.
I just need to fit it in.
Yeah, and you know what? I had some really interesting research, that was basically saying that doing like little bits of it exercise that throughout the day, like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, two
Yeah,
minutes, 2 minutes over like the whole day, is
yeah,
actually more effective than
yeah,
doing a hard workout for like 20, 40 minutes
yeah,
or whatever. So
yeah,
that's the other, if you want to try and get past that resistance, you could literally just say, oh, right, on every break, I'm going to do a
yeah,
Pilates move, and just, obviously if you work from home, great. If you
yeah,
work in an office, a bit more tricky.
yeah,
But maybe at the weekend or whatever. So it doesn't have to be all in one go, but maybe just learn the moves and then fit them in through
yeah,
your day, because that keeps your lymph moving, it keeps your
yeah.
energy up, it keeps your posture nice and supple,
You
doesn't
just
it?
keep resetting, don't you? Yeah, I
And
think
there's less
that's absolutely right.
resistance because it's literally like 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So don't expect to do 10 minutes. If 10 minutes just sounds like I'll
Mm.
never fit that in, just do 2 minutes. But then I think also, if you aren't fitting even 2 minutes in, you have to look at, why are you not doing some self-care for yourself.
Yeah,
If you
absolutely.
if you're somebody who just likes to complain about stuff, then that's a different conversation, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
just
the other
got to
thing is
do it.
that you and I, this has been a Pilates challenge. Pilates wouldn't normally be the first thing that I would go to. I would normally go to yoga, because I find that yoga for me is very, very mindful. But I take all of my Pilates stuff into my yoga now, just to build strength and have the double whammy. But I've also started to bring a bit of the approach of yoga into the Pilates, so that there is a flow, there is breathing. But yeah, I think you just find what's right for you, but just get your alignment points and then just take it into life and run with it.
Yeah, and that's why you've done those little mini videos so they can just
Yeah,
literally just
yeah,
bite-sized chunks.
yeah.
And then also you've done a lovely bonus. So you've got a
Yes.
beautiful bonus. Tell us about the bonus.
Well, interestingly enough, the bonus is based on the my yoga teacher training that I did many years ago, and it's energy block release sequence one. And I just added the Pilates alignment points to it because it's a really lovely start to the day or end to the day sequence that you can do, and it just brings you and keeps you into your body, and it works every single joint, every single muscle, and just straightens you up and loosens everything off and just releases anything that's a little bit
Mm.
stuck and tight. It's lovely because you've edited it, and it's just such a nice.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's all spine, isn't it? All
Oh,
spinal
it's so nice.
movements.
And
And
as we know, if you keep your spine moving, you keep your body
yeah,
moving, and you keep
yeah.
everything happy.
Yeah, I've been doing that yoga move. It's called, what is it? Knocking on heaven's door. You know, where you
Okay.
just swing and you bang
Yeah.
your fists on your
Yeah.
abdomen as you do it. And I don't know, I just feel so much better after I've done it.
Yeah.
I think
I
it
think there's a lot of
releases my,
somatic stuff in that as well, isn't there?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's no resistance to that, I can tell you. Oh,
So it feels good.
yeah. So we've got that lovely bonus.
Yeah.
I've done a joint healing hypnosis as well. So there'll be two lovely
Wonderful.
bonuses, and we'll pop the link up to
Yeah.
download them in the community and on Facebook. But other than that, any final words, Ray, about the challenge? And
I think that if you are feeling resistance to it, just sit and have a cup of tea and watch some of the videos. You just start with the foundational stuff on, is it guide 2 or guide 3? The one that has just all the little tiny bite size, and you can start to go, oh yeah, I can actually feel that. And you might find that your resistance just breaks down because it is all in your head at the end of the day. And if you can just watch one of those 2 minute, maybe getting your ribs connected and your core working, you're just coming into your body and you think, oh, actually, that's all right.
yeah. And it does just get easier, doesn't it? Like I had resistance to starting yoga again, and now I've been doing it consistently for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
I actually want to do it. You just got to
yeah,
get past the hump,
yeah.
the
And
resistance, the ego.
yeah, absolutely. And I think that if you think I'm actually better in class, that's great. Get yourself to a class. I find that if you find a teacher that you trust and that you love and a class that you enjoy, you'll actually, the
Mm.
resistance will just drop away.
Yeah. Or when you feel really motivated, like
Yeah,
I'm usually quite motivated about things in the morning,
yeah, me too.
pay some money, pay for like a month for a
Yeah,
Pilates course or something, or do
yeah,
something where you paid it and now you've got to show up.
yeah,
I think that's a good
absolutely.
trick at the
And I
beginning.
think also find a friend and go with them because there's
Yeah.
something lovely about going to a class with a friend and then a cup of coffee afterwards.
Yeah. And we love
Um,
doing stuff together as women, don't we? I was in
I
a sauna
know.
yesterday, and a woman was saying how she loves running, and I'm really resistant to running. She was like, "Well, we'll run together." I didn't even
Yeah,
know
so
this woman, but she's quite
yeah,
local, and I was
yeah,
thinking,
and
"Oh
actually,
yeah,
I used to
okay,
love running with my girlfriends because, we used to joke that misery loves company, but we would just gas, and before you know it, it's done. Yeah,
yeah." So there are loads of tricks you can do
yeah,
to just get on this Pilates train, and as Ray says, yeah, your 80-year-old self is
yeah,
really gonna thank you. And we have to learn to self-care as women, I think, over 50.
yeah,
And it's not easy, but we have to start somewhere, even if it's just 2 minutes a day.
yeah. And I think this is a time whenever a lot of women have given so much to having children and families, and they don't know how to give back to themselves. But if you want to be playing around with your grandkids,
Yeah,
future
yeah,
grandkids, or you want to be able to go for a walk with your husband on the beach, or you want to help that back pain not get any worse or improve it, just do some sort of movement, but keep it safe, keep it slow, don't push yourself.
yeah.
You have to push
I feel
yourself.
like I'm getting fit to get fit now, like by
And
doing the
this is
yoga.
what that this is Pilates is about, is it's helping you to get fit so that you can actually do maybe what you want to
The
do. And
weightlifting.
anyone who's had 3 months out over 50, start back at the beginning again. Just start with your basics.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to
Get a
injure
lot of
yourself and go
confidence.
backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, you want confidence in your body, don't you?
And you are Mrs. Safety, so they're in
I
very
am
good
Mr.
hands.
Safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I've hurt myself so many times throwing myself back into exercise. So, err on the side of caution until you get trust in your body and you know what it can do.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for the challenge. It's been
You're
absolutely
welcome.
amazing, and it's there for everybody to keep dipping into. And yeah, check out the bonuses. We'll get those loaded up. Yeah, this week. All
Perfect.
right. Thanks, anyone.
Thanks.
And you can DM us if you have any other questions that you
Yeah.
would like answered. But other than that, it is, yeah, a wrap.
Adios.